Hello everybody, Jason Basin here again, and in my previous video I ended with saying that I was planning what? Well, I'm planning part 5 of the project 100 soundscapes, the last part of the sounds of the internal sound bank of the project 100. I will change the sounds that are in it to really nice sounds. I would like to say subscribe to my channel so you won't miss a thing. I've worked today already with the GD800. Now we're gonna work with another product, and it's the third part of the tutorial of the SH-32 of Roland. I have prepared already some things. There was somebody who asked me how to work with the SH-32 when you link it to an external sequencer, to a program, when you work with it in Midi, with Midi. Well, I'm going to try to give you some answers, but I've found myself also some things. I will tell you all of this in this video. First, we begin with the beginning. I activate the Roland SH-32. There you have on your little screen, and we arrive here. We're gonna work so with the computer Midi. I use a vintage Atari 1040 ST FM. That's my screen. Here is the SH-32. Here you put a Midi cable into Midi in. On your computer, if you have an Atari, there you must put the cable the other side into Midi out. That's the connection. So now the Atari controls the SH-32. I've prepared it already. Here we're gonna work with these 4 parts. We have 3 parts for sounds and 1 part for rhythm. I've set part 1 to MIDI channel 1, part 2 to MIDI channel 2, part 3 to MIDI channel 3, and part 4, that's standard, that's MIDI channel 10. How must you work? You must see that everything is set to the perform mode. So you must see that this light is shining. So you are in the perform mode. Very important. Then we're gonna, as I say, we're gonna choose MIDI channel 1 for here part 1. What are we going to do? Here, this knob, you must turn it to system. You turn it to system. Then you push 5 clock. It has all to see with the Midi channels. You have different, normally it's to internal, but you must set it to Midi, M-E-D, Midi. Alright, you push exit. Then you push knob 6, Midi channel, you push again here on button 1. Then you push on MIDI channel. When you don't get the MIDI channel, you touch again here. You turn on that knob. You push on 6, and you get now what we wanted to see, the MIDI channels. It goes from 1 to 16. So you take channel 1 for part 1. Alright. What are we going to do? Exit. I have already prepared a little sequence. So if you can see it, this is track 1. I have installed channel 1 and I have made a little sequence. I let it hear to you. That's the sound for the moment. Which sound is that? That's a perform pattern. A sound from the perform pattern. That's the sound from perform pattern 8/6. It goes, I guess, from 1/1 to 8/8. And I have already tested it before I made this video for you. We take 8/3. We're gonna listen how it sounds. Yeah, that was also the sound that I selected when I tested it. So that's the perform pattern sounds that we have selected. I did the test, and for me you can only work MIDI with one perform sounds, because when I've tried to put another sound on the other parts, but I have not arrived. When I change it here on part 2, the sound, then it changed it on part 1. It changed also. So that's a little question still for me. But when you work with the sliders and so on here, you can get really you can really make a nice song with it. So we've put on part 1, we have chosen MIDI channel 1. We do exit. Now we push here on part 2. It's blinking, I see part 2. For part 2, what are we going to do? We must set part 2 to MIDI channel 2. You turn on this, and as you see, it's already on MIDI channel 2. I have already prepared it. When it would be on, when you would see a 1, you can change it with value to 2. So the clock must also be changed. You push clock. It's MIDI. It's possible when you change it, it's like that, internal. So you must push value and you are in MIDI. When you have done that, you push exit. And we're gonna listen to the sounds. I've made a little pattern. Here you see it on track 2. I've chosen channel 2. I've made a little melody. We're gonna listen to it. That's the melody. We're gonna press start. Excuse me, I have a little winter cold. That's the sounds of on channel 2. When we now I open here the channel also for track 1. So now here on the computer I say to the computer, play channel 1 and channel 2, and we're gonna listen what that gives. That's already a nice melody. Now we're gonna select channel 3. We're gonna select channel 3. How do we do it? We push here button number 3. It's blinking. Then here again, always the same thing. Here you set it to system here in red. What do we see here? Mid. Yeah, the button 5 is still indicated here. 5 must be set to Midi. Alright. 6, it's the Midi channel. It's on 3. I had already set it on 3, but it's possible on your computer, on your SH-32, for example, it's 9. With the value knobs, you can set it to 3. Alright. And then we do exit. Now we're gonna listen here on the computer, track 3, that's on channel 3. I also made a little melody for that. I'm gonna listen to that. I'm gonna shut up track channel 1 and 2. This is that's what we already have. 3 channels with 3 melodies, and that sounds very nice. Then I have made now I have prepared bass drum channel 4, channel 5 heads, also with snare drum, and channel 6 are hand claps. The drums, as I said, that's channel 10. So we push here on 4. You see also the R, that's for rhythm. It's blinking. What do we do? Here you turn it, you move it a little bit, so it will to system, so it will automatically jump on the Midi channel. It's possible on your computer, it's for example 7. You must push with value, you go to 10. That's the rhythm. So you check it that it's okay. On here on 5 you push 5. Midi, it's on Midi. It's possible on your computer, it's on your SH-32, it's on int, so you must with value you set it to mid. Here 6 you push it, and 6 it's on channel 10 as we have seen. So that's alright, and you push exit. Now we have behind part 1, 2, 3 sounds, and now on part 4 we have on channel 10, part 4 is the rhythm. How did I do it? Here track 4, that's channel 10 here, the bass drum. Then channel 5, also on 10 I made a little sequence with the heads, open and closed heads, and the snare drum, and on 6 I made the hand claps. I let it hear to you. Now I shut up track 1, 2, 3. This is the bass drum. If that goes well, okay. That's the bass drum that I made. Then we're gonna see for the hi-hats and snare drum. And then the last part I made, that's the hand clap. So, and now what are we going to do? One moment, please. I'm gonna do this, and that, and we're gonna loop it. I've prepared a little part. We're gonna loop it, and now we're gonna listen to that little song. But then, as we loop it, cycle it. You must there set it to cycle. Then it begins over and over again, and we can do a jam, because in the meantime we're gonna change the sliders here, the knobs. We're gonna work with all that while it's playing. So we're gonna do a little jam. Enjoy it, and thanks for watching. Another SH-32 tutorial will follow. Then we will talk about step mode. Alright, so thank you for watching. Watch also my other videos, the videos especially of the GD800. I made one today about the rhythm kit. Okay, enjoy it. We're gonna jam with the SH-32. Alright, get ready.